I am the first person to reach here. I open the door. The first thing, I make sure that I sweep the place. After sweeping the place, I carried all these things and I put outside there. When I put these things outside, I started removing the materials. Of course, now the ginners. I moved them and I put in the middle. So I found the other one of yesterday that was already made. Now I started making fire to make sure that I begin with that one. I fry that one, I smoked that one. After smoking it, and then my friends, some of them now started coming. Immediately when I put fire, and then I saw some of them coming one by one, one by one, one by one. Immediately when one has arrived, I saw the customer coming. Now when the customer comes, with me I got to grind. Now when I'm in the machine grinding, processing the ginners, she's there busy frying. Immediately when she has started frying, another member comes. I instructed that one also to begin shelling. In all those early times, people say we are widows. They sit like this. I don't have sugar. I don't have soap. Like now, if you have come here, Africans see you, white people, they say, these people they are rich, they have a lot of money. For me, I'm a widow, give me soap, give me sugar, give me salt. No, for us, we say no for that. We struggle for it. Now, last year, we started this project in April last year. So now we evaluated ourselves from April to December. I opened the book. I got, in this book, we did something like 800,000. From 800,000, all this is the money that we receive here. If it is a grinding, these are the dates of grinding and the kilos, even this page. So when you total all these monies, which is written here and in the middle here, when you total all this money here, in this book, we have what is called expenditure, where we are paying rent, where we are paying power. If there is any mechanical problem that we feel we need to replace, we have our book where we record them. 400,000 was spent for paying rent. 100 and some money was paid for power. So now we made sure that our account should not remain open. We had to save some 200,000 in our account. Kwapa is almost becoming a town board. But now when it qualifies to a town board, it is the only one machine we have here. There is no any other machine around this area.
Training that we gave them also opened their attitudes, and at the end of it all, the realization came into play that they had started now realizing different ways of how to generate income. Because with the help of the enterprise that they selected and with the support, and of course Slovakia, we were in position to avail them with the machine that can process ginners. And this machine has been generating for them small income. This income has been helpful to them, that some of them have started now setting up small enterprises at their own that are mainly helping them to generate income.
You stay with the other members, you share challenges. You may think mine is really so big, but when you come in the group here, you again feel yours is very small. For me, I became a widow when I'm 37 years old. 37 only. I became a widow. But I managed to sit with the senior women who were widows. Advice, tell you do this, we go with them, we chat. That is how we came up together. But at least now we are perfect. We live a normal life. We live usual. You can't even compare widow, who is the widow, who is the person who is single. No, we just live like people. Mother, the father, the woman, and the children. But we are single. But you cannot know that we are single.
Mostly in our communities here, when you find somebody loses a husband, it is a culture that you are supposed to be inherited. Now, in most cases, some of these women refuse that kind of inheritance because they look at this as, because sometimes maybe a husband might have died. They know that when they lose a husband, the person who is coming in might want to control the wealth and also like sideline the children and all those kind of things. So when the widow refuses to remarry, you are like isolated. We are working with 23 groups. We have groups that are engaged in dairy farming. We have the group that we visited, which are in peanut processing of the widows. We have other groups that are involved in environmental protection. They're trying to come up with the tree. We have groups also that are involved in coffee. Then we have groups that are also involved in rosary making. We have groups that are involved in beekeeping. Then we also have groups that are also involved in brick making.
We have processed what is enough for the whole week. When we are going to live here, we are going to put everything in record. We are going to know how much are we going to get in OD, unit processed one. How much are we going to get in this one? How much are we going to get in the other flour one? Then we put it down. So when we are leaving for one member to keep selling, the record is here. Now the day we come is only to ask, are you through with the business? Is it finished or no? If she says finished, she brings the money, we count the money and enter the book. And we put the money in use.
We pay them periodic fees where we do a bit of support supervision, we do a bit of mentoring them, but we entrust much of the running of the group to the group leadership, to the mentor, and also to the parish priest. This is for the purpose that we want, at least even tomorrow when this funding stops, the group can be in a position to continue.
We have a proposal that in the future, when the business becomes big, the project has really begun bringing a lot of money. Every member's dream here is to see that you have a better house. You have a better house, you sleep in a good house, have your children educated, see that at least you are not again in the group of going to the garden, people's garden, you dig, that you are given money. It will now help us get money in the easiest way. That's why we are together.